Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Tech Gamers World. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you install the wrong microSD card inside of your Nintendo Switch 2. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Let's do this. Okay everyone, welcome back. So here we have a Nintendo Switch 2 and here we have a microSD card. Now this microSD card is from my previous Nintendo Switch, which for purposes of this video I'm going to refer to as the Nintendo Switch 1. Now the Nintendo Switch 2 uses what's called MicroSD Express cards, and unfortunately that means that the Nintendo Switch 1 microSD cards will not work inside of the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm going to explain to you why that is now and show you what happens when you use a microSD card from a previous Nintendo Switch 1 in a Nintendo Switch 2. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 requires what's called MicroSD Express cards. That is because of the faster data transfer speeds which are necessary for running modern games smoothly. So basically, in layman's terms, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a lot faster and a lot more powerful than its predecessor, the Nintendo Switch 1, which because of that, Nintendo has basically said that the write speeds and the read speeds of the microSD card need to be faster than the previous versions of the Nintendo Switch. So that is why they now utilize the MicroSD Express cards, which have a faster data read, write, and transfer speeds than your older MicroSD cards that were used in the Nintendo Switch. And that's mainly to keep up with the data speeds and performance of the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 is insanely fast, and to keep up with that, the technology had to be upgraded. So, what happens when you try and install a older microSD card that is not an express card inside of a Nintendo Switch 2? Well, I'm going to show you right now. So let's talk about the physical aspect of it. This is the microSD card. I know it's probably a little blurry there because it's so small. And it has the same physical dimensions and parameters as a microSD Express card, and it will fit inside your Nintendo Switch 2. So I'll show you that now here, and you'll see what happens. So to find the microSD port on your Nintendo Switch 2, take it, make sure the screen is off, flip it over. Now, if you have the stand closed, go ahead here and flip up the stand by pushing your thumb in here and lift it open. Don't ever hold it by the stand. You want to hold it just like I'm doing that here. Now, here is the microSD card. Here is the microSD card slot. You can see it right here. You want to take your microSD card, and this applies to the Express as well, and simply insert it. Now, you want to push it in and then use your nail to push it in until it clicks. You'll feel it click. And when it clicks, it will stay in on its own. And then if you go ahead here and turn your switch back over, let's set it back down here. And then if you press A 3 times, you're going to get this pop-up. It's going to say here, the microSD card can't be read or isn't compatible with this system. Nintendo Switch 2 requires a microSD card Express card. Remove the inserted microSD card and make sure it's marked with the icons shown here. So you'll see here there's two different icons. There's Express and EX. That's what you're looking for. So, what does that mean? This card we installed will not work in the Nintendo Switch 2. The best it's going to be able to do is allow you to view screenshots that are saved on the microSD card. So basically you can read about that here. Screenshots and videos captured on Nintendo Switch. These screenshots and videos can be viewed from the System's Album menu by going to the Home menu and selecting System Settings, Data Management, Manage Screenshots and Videos, Import from a Nintendo Switch micro SD card, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate videos, To view videos created in-game on this system, open the game's options menu from the home menu and select Manage Software, Import MicroSD Card Videos. So that's it. Unfortunately, that's all you can use the previous MicroSD cards that you used with your Nintendo Switch in. Now, if you get yourself a MicroSD Express card, you will follow that same process I used to install the card in your Nintendo Switch. It will pop up and say, we've detected a MicroSD Express card, please reboot. You'll reboot, it will format that card, and then that card will be ready for use with your Nintendo Switch 2. And I definitely recommend getting one of those cards if you have a lot of games or intend on storing a lot of photos and videos, and plus whatever else Nintendo permits in the future with the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Just wanted to show you here what happens when you install a micro SD card from your previous Nintendo Switch 1 into a Nintendo Switch 2. If you could click that like button and subscribe to Tech Gamers World, I'm always going to have new and exciting content from the world of video games and technology dropping all the time. And I'm going to go play my Nintendo Switch 2. Have a great one, everybody, and I will see you around. Keep on gaming.